in the tray. Right, hell, let me put. All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome back, Spastic Simmers. We got a Monday morning. Looks like we're talking about. Yep, I have to look at the date again. Go figure. We got Monday, April 26th of this broadcast. And let's go. Okay, so today, well, I guess I better bring in Discord. Hello, Discord. And let me remind everybody, speaking of Discord, in the chat and in our Twitch stream page and on our YouTube and Facebook and is a link for our Discord channel where you can catch updates, upcoming news. We've got chat folders. We've got Twitch VIP chat. Once we get to where we can actually have subscribers, we will have. Hopefully, that Discord will be pretty busy. Now, in the Discord voice, where you can actually verbally ask questions, I've got that set as a maximum of 10. And if I'm having a bad memory day, I may have to drop that down to 5. We all know I'm just a little bit, I don't know what even the word for me is.
You get sidetracked a whole lot. Easily.
What were we talking about? Oh. All right, so, yeah. What the hell's going on with Sims? Well, yeah, check it out. There, like I say in the opening, we're going to be talking about just a little bit of Sims news, and I'm going to be flipping over to that other monitor here in a second, so you guys can kind of see. One of the things I do every day before I open Sims, I always reopen Origin. Now, for you guys that run Sims in Steam, you always want to reopen your Steam and be sure that Steam UI doesn't have any updates, and make sure Sims doesn't have any outstanding updates. And one of the things that you can do, I'll show you here in a minute, you can force check Sims for updates. But here's a reminder. What do you do before you update Sims? Anybody?
Update mods.
Well, yes, but that's later. But before you run Sims Update, what do you do with your mods folder?
Back them up, put them somewhere else.
Yep, you move all of your mods out of your Sims folder into a temp folder, wherever the hell you want to put it. I usually put mine in downloads so that once I know everything is working okay, I can just delete that temporary folder and gone, don't have to worry about it. But most of the time, a lot of the time, when EA does updates or Sims 4 does updates, it will break certain mods. So just a bit of a reminder there. So I don't know if anybody has actually paid any attention to the Sims news since.
I
Um,
didn't know there was Sims news. Now I
yeah,
do.
well, um, on our Discord channel, you're going to see Sims news, and let's go ahead and flip over to the left-hand monitor. There we go. And let's minimize that. Bring it back. I told you I had a boatload of freaking windows open. No, that's not it. Damn it. Alright, so the first thing I keep an eye on, of course, is the Sims community in Twitter. And all of these links are on our Discord channel. Um, I keep an eye on the Sims community in Twitter, and of course, their last post is April 24th. Now, if you want to see this in a in a little bit larger picture, I mean, there's the picture. All it is a picture. Blah blah blah. But if you if you want to pull up that particular post, I'm sure most people know how to use Twitter. You can kind of see the conversation that's been going on over on the right hand side. Of course, if yours is set up, it may be on the left hand side. Who the hell knows? But they talked about right here on hail. There it is. Sims, Sims4.com. The link is also in our Discord. Was posted April 24th. The Sims 4 Redacted World and Redacted coming soon. So if we scroll down just a little bit, it says Sims Gurus took to Twitter yesterday and hyped up Redacted. Yeah, so Mr. Sims Guru George posted, "It's Friday. You can only play in one world until Monday morning. What world do you choose and what lot do you start on?" What the hell are they talking about? And I'm on a boatload of YouTube, what they call game changers, different.
Yeah, they're just wanting to know what people would choose, I think.
Well, I think so too. And it says I choose redacted. What the hell? So anytime they're talking about um, any kind of update, and if anybody can see my screen share now on Twitch,
Yeah, we can.
what I do in my Origin, and yes, I hate Origin, but there you go. Generally, what I'll do is under my games library, I'll right click and I'll click on update game. Right now, most of the time, this is supposed to auto refresh for you, and it is supposed to tell you whether or not Origin or Sims has an update. So one of the things that I like to do before I get started is I'm going to go down to my system tray, which you guys can't see. But I'm going to go down to my system tray on Origin. I'm going to right click. I said right click. Thank you very much. And I'm going to click on quit Origin. And of course, Origin goes bye-bye. And I'm going to give it about 10 seconds. I'm going to reload Origin. Why do I do that? Because it restarts Origin and it checks for, you know, it checks for updates. And of course, yes, it does take forever to load. So generally, when I go back to my games library, if I don't see any updates or anything there, then I usually just go ahead and either, I've got mine set up so that if I click X, if I click close on Origin, it just minimizes down into the system tray. So I'm not going to spend any time right clicking and clicking on update game because nobody has said anything in any of the Sims news. In fact, if I refresh Sims4 page, there's no updates there. And I've already checked in all of the Game Changers famous YouTube places that I've been watching for years on YouTube and in Twitch. I haven't seen anything in Twitch either. I go recently uploaded. Uh-oh. Wait. What? Oh, no, that's... What the hell? Oh, that's Animal Crossing. Never mind. I just like to poo-poo. Well, I don't ever play Animal... Holy shit. What was that?
Hi, Mike.
I just echoed. Well, I don't play Animal Crossing, but there is an update for Animal Crossing. Came out about an hour ago.
I play it. Thank you.
All right. I know a lot of people that play Sims play Animal Crossing. I found it rather boring and uneventful, but that's just me. So anyway, hell, if anybody sees that update appear, let me know. All right. So what do you say we actually get into something here? Even if it's wrong.
Even if it's wrong. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Minimize that. Come up here. Showtime. Load Sims. Here we go. Now we get to hurry up and wait. Okay. Performance mode. Dum dum da 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 dum. Da da dum dum da da dum. Drop them out. So a bit of a reminder while Sims is loading. We usually do between 30 minutes and an hour chat before the live stream on Twitch. So if you guys decide that you want to join that live chat in Twitch, absolutely feel free to join us. when I edit these videos to go up to YouTube, I do not I don't bring in the 45-minute, 30-minute to an hour chat time that we do on the live stream in the morning. So if you want to join us on our live stream, open questions, chat, follow. Once we get enough followers, we need more followers, by the way, hint, hint, hint. We will we'll actually get where people can subscribe. Great. Oh, I got a message in the gallery. What's the message in the gallery? All right. Simsley, anyway, shared a house. Um, let's go. Let's see what Spastic Simmer's up to. Well, we're not going to do Spastic Simmer, are we? We're doing bills today, and we're going to jump right straight on into it. So when we left off Friday, I think we were over in Oasis Springs, if memory serves. And we're gonna use the little pebble burrow down here, or burrow. It's a 30 by 20 lot. And I'm gonna go into build mode. Now, what is the thing that I need to do? There's a couple of things I need to do once I get into build mode. Okay, so if you're not running testing sheets always on and CS edit mode always on, if you're not using that mod, there's the first things that you always need to do. You need to enable testing sheets space true, or testing sheets space on, whatever. So the happy reminder, Control Alt C, and my testing sheets is always on, as well as CAS edit is always on because of the mod I have. So if I'm going to be in build mode, me personally, I don't ever go into build mode unless I turn on BB objects, BB move objects. And, you know, that's a good place to start, right? But I'm also going to be if we have time, we'll go into debug and show you some of the things that's going on in debug. But I'm going to go down my list, which is, of course, also available in the Discord channel. Hadn't figured out by now, there's a whole crap load of information on our Discord channel. So I'm going through and I'm running my scripts before I ever even, give me that. I'm going down my list because my brain dead self is in no way going to remember all of the scripting information for these scripts. Right? So once we're done there, I'm going to hit escape, and we are now in build mode. Now, we kind of touched Friday on, if memory serves, we kind of touched on, what did we touch on? Oh, some of the mods, how to tell if you've got a mod, right? So we're not going to go there right now. What I want to introduce you to right now is, I need to come out of performance mode. I need to bring my cam behind, go back into performance mode. Alright, so I just ran y'all don't need to see my ugly mug anyway while I'm going through this. So that way you can see my entire screen. And in case you hadn't noticed, I did fix the partial screen thing in OBS, or Streamlabs OBS. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. So you can't build without either a room or a platform. So there are some things that you can put down without a room or a platform. Like, for example, I'm just going to grab a tree and I'm going to run it out there. How did I do that? Well, for those of you guys that don't know, some people think that you drag and drop. Okay. Say for example, you want to put down a tree. Well, some people think that you drag and drop. You cannot drag and drop. Okay, when you're insetting items, when you're dropping something, you find what you're looking for, you click on it, and then you run it out there where you want it. And a bit of a reminder, I'm in trees right now, okay? Um, we're in outdoor plants, and I'm in trees. If I have a mod, right, like my mesquite tree, um, of course, in the mod, right, it right down there in the bottom of the mod description, it shows you modthesims.info/members/plastic box, right? So that's the name of the modder that did this. And I really think that is an absolutely beautiful tree. Okay. So let me show you a couple of things about placing outside items, right? You'll notice that the base of the tree goes red if I try to put it someplace it either one doesn't belong or won't fit. So you might say, well, you know, Don, how are you managing to put that one tree inside of another tree? Well, that's going to be the BB moves option. All right. My BB moves script, my cheat, whatever, allows me to be able to put objects inside of objects. Now, I don't know about you guys, but having grown up in the woods and in nature, I know for a fact that different species of trees can either grow one inside of the other or one right beside the other and intermingle, especially if that tree is dead. Mother Nature is a wonderful thing. So if I'm working on the outside, and folks, I generally don't jack with the outside until I have the house foundation put where I want it, and the outside lawn care, if you will, I do that last. Unless I already know I'm building a tree house, in which case later on I will show you guys my tree house that I built. In your Sims game, if you want to search for the Spastic Simmer and look at my shared library, you'll see my lot in there of the tree house. But anyway, so what do we do to undo? Well, I can either Control Z, right, or I can just come up here and click undo. So how am I moving my lot around? And yes, I apologize. I'm having a bit of a trimmer's day, folks. I am. What I do if I want to move around, I can either use my up, down, right, left arrow keys. If I want to go in an angle, like for example, I want to angle down to the left or angle down to the right, I just simply hit my up and left arrow key at the same time, or what have you. Or rather than taking my hand off of my mouse, I can just I can hold down the left mouse button and drag and drop the screen, or drag and drop my view wherever I want it there. Okay. I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but most lots that you get a hold of in Sims 4 will automatically have a mailbox. It's generally a cheap mailbox, but nonetheless, it's a mailbox. And once we get deeper into building, I'll explain more about mailbox placement. Think about it this way: the mailbox on your lot is kind of like the mailbox on your house. If the mail delivery cannot get to it, if they cannot easily get to your mailbox in Sims, the mail person will either throw it in the lake, they'll throw it in the weeds, up in a tree. Um, so you may get a message up in your you know, brain skits, up in your notification wall from the mail person that says, I couldn't get to your mailbox, so I threw it in the bushes. Well, then you have to find it. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
So this is our grid, okay? And like I say, I generally do not like to put any kind of plants down unless I know for a fact I'm going to use rocks. You'll notice in my rocks I have quite a few custom content in rocks. And then of course, you know, there's flowers and shrubs and what have you. So then we have fountains. I'll show you more about fountains later. Now your terrain tools, folks, let me tell you, the terrain tools, more people have more hell with terrain tools than anything else. Because if you're not careful, you will have a mountain in the middle of your lot. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. All right, so I'm going to click on terrain manipulation, and you'll notice my entire grid turns yellow. And you'll notice that adjust softness and adjust speed. I left speed all the way up because I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to click on raise terrain. You'll notice I have a big circle. I can change that circle to a little circle, or I can change that circle to an absolutely humongous circle, or I can change it to a square, a big square, or a little square, or anything between. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a medium-sized square, and I'm going to hold my mouse button down for 3 seconds. All right? 3 seconds. You ready? 1, 2, 3. So, running the terrain tool at full blast, you will notice I now have a hill, a relatively large hill, in the center of my lot. Well, that's not real damn helpful. Although, I guess if you wanted to put a ladder, on this thing, and oh, I don't know, maybe put a flat terrain on top of it. Use a little circle here on top of it. If you'll notice, just by holding my mouse button down, I can flatten the top of that, and then if I wanted to, I could put maybe I don't want that, I want the deck tool. Okay, so I'm gonna put a deck for platform, here it is. I'm gonna put a flat deck up here. I'm gonna resize it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my shakes are driving me crazy today. So check it out. I now have a flat deck on top of my mountain or my hill.
Oh. Wow.
Right? So what the hell would I do with that? Well, I could put an observation deck up there if I wanted. Here's where you have to let your imagination run wild. The only rules in Sims, see, I can place trees on the side of that wee hill.
How would you get up to observation and put stairs or something?
Right, and see, that's kind of what I was talking about there. I mean, if I went down here and I clicked on stairs, and I don't know, hell, I'll just pick a cheap ass set of stairs. You'll notice that my hill is almost too tall for my stairs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that would be a hell of a walk for a set of Sims. You know what I'm saying? It would take them about a minute, and I'm talking about our time. It would take them about a minute to get there. And I'm gonna go into the different resizing of stairs and what to do with stairs later. But I kind of want, I'm just going through the different terrain tools right now to give you an idea of what some of the terrain tools will do. I'm going to back this all the way down. And of course I'm back down to my property grid. So terrain tools can really be helpful. They can also be a pain in the patootie. You can click on flatten lot, which will flatten the entire lot if you accidentally jack something up. But I warn you to be careful with flatten lot, because if you've got some of your terrain set up the way you want it, like let's say I'm going to slow softness down, and I'm going to bring adjustment speed down, and you know, let's say I just wanted a couple of little elevated areas, um, you know, maybe for a walkway. um, maybe I'm going to build a subterranean house, or you know, I just want some little hills. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to set up their terrain so they have some little hills. And let's say you you've got all of these set up and they're really looking how you want them, but you just want to flatten one. Then you want to use the smooth terrain button here, and just get on the one that you want to flatten, because if you hit this one, it flattens the entire thing. Now, has anybody noticed on my terrain, how do I get out of it? Right? I mean, clicking on these doesn't really get out of it. I mean, I can get out of it by going over trees and going back to terrain, but it still comes back and highlights everything. How the hell do I get out? Anybody have a clue? What do I do to get out of it? I mean, clicking off screen doesn't do any good. Hit the escape key.
Yep, okay, sorry.
Yep, no, you're fine. Upper left-hand corner of your keyboard, we're going to hit the escape key. So, I don't want to spend the entire broadcast talking about the terrain tool. So let's get on into walls, empty rooms, the different things that the basement tool, custom room tool. You'll notice that we've got a wall tool, a room tool, a custom room tool, and a platform. Platforms are a different planet. Platforms and decks, they are a different planet. I'll show you how those work as we go along. You can also put like a square deck. Hell, that's not what I wanted. So let's say I want a square deck, and you'll notice this square deck already has a fence around it, right? So I wonder if I can change that fence. No, I can't. You'll notice that you cannot change. Let's say I want to put a different fence around that. Ah, okay. You used to couldn't be able to change the fence around the deck. But that is the real simple way of putting in a deck. Believe it or not, I typically don't ever use that route. I'll show you how I do decks here in a minute. But you're saying, okay, Don, you've jacked around with all of this crap now long enough. Let's build a room. All right. I can either start out with a basement tool. Now, how did I do that? I click on my basement. Go ahead.
Basements?
Go ahead.
There's basements?
Well, it's called a basement tool. Yep. I click on my basement tool, and I get where I'm going to want one corner of it. Okay. And I click, and once I click, I can remove my hand off my left mouse button, and I can just drag this out however far I'm going to want the basement tool, and then click. You see anything?
Uh-uh.
All right. Hit your page down on your keyboard. Da 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 da. Ba da da. If you hit the page down on your keyboard, it takes you down one level. If you hit your up arrow key on your keyboard, it takes you up one level.
There's also a page up and down button on the screen.
You are absolutely correct. Your your page up and down button on your screen is in the upper right hand dashboard. Okay, but I tend to like to play close to the hat, and where I can, I use my keyboard in Sims unless I want to spin the screen, and then depending on where I'm at or what I'm doing, I'm going to hold down my right mouse button. Here is where, folks, here's where I recommend that you get a trackball. If I mean, you can use keystrokes all you want. I do not care, but I'm going to see. Let's see if this will show here. I use a. Oh, it's not going to show because my damn camera's hidden. Oh my God! All right, hang on. Sidetrack. Okay. I'm going to bring my camera up just a wee bit here, and I'm going to show you my mouse. All right. It's a big ass trackball for big ass hands, and it's not real expensive on Amazon at all. I told you I was having a bad trimmer day, but it's a wireless mouse, um, and of course it I find that it works really well for my trimmers because well, obvious reason I can slow down the sensitivity of the mouse. But anyway, I digress. Who, me? Me digress? No.
No, we don't digress at all.
Uh-uh. So moving around, there's many different ways to do it. So we just placed a foundation tool. I mean, we placed a foundation, but you know, some builders start with their foundation and they go up. Well, I don't. So if I want to get rid of it real quick, and I may have already done some things upstairs, but I decide I want to get rid of the foundation, I just click it and I hit delete on my keyboard and it's gone. Or you can click it and come up here and you can bulldoze it, you can move it, you can do whatever. But I usually, if I want to get rid of an entire room, I just click the room and delete. So that's basement, because I know people are gonna ask me, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, y'all give me just a second here. I think I saw a thing.
A what?
I think I just saw a notice that the update hit. Oh, no, that's a hint. All right, so Simmer Aaron just posted Sims4 News 2021 Werewolves Pack New Hint. Okay, new hint. So if y'all want to check that out, well, after our stream or during the last little bit of our stream, we'll take a look at the Sims News and go from there. Because if I go back to that right now, I will get absolutely distracted. Build mode. Now, people say, okay, Don, what if I don't want? What if I don't want a rectangle or square room? Okay. What if I want to get jiggy with it and I want to get all fancy and crap? Well, okay, that's cool. You notice I just put a couple of rectangles down for rooms, and but if I want to build my own shaped room, I'm going to use the wall tool, which you can also use keystroke B, as in Baker, if you notice there. So if I wanted to tap B, that's going to switch me straight over to my wall tool. Now, if you look at some of my builds, you'll notice periodically I love inset doors. Like I'll use a bit of a flat, something like that, and then I'll stick a door in here. Now you can either on this particular system, you can either click and then just move your mouse where you want it. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Shit. Okay. My fingers were getting jiggy with the mouse ball. Y'all leave that one alone. I can either just, but, yeah, no but. I can either, click it and just go, or I can hold down my left mouse button and just drag it out where I want it. And when you release the left mouse button, it's going to drop it. But you'll notice, watch this. I'm on a downward camera view now. I hit the letter T as in Tom on my keyboard, and that changes my camera view to straight down view or standard right angle bill mode. Now this works really good if you're wanting to do some really sensitive stuff with your walls here. And you'll notice what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of creating these walls, and I just connected it to that room. Some people really, I mean, there are areas where you're going to have to use the downward view. There are areas where you're just simply going to have to use the straight down camera, especially if you're working in a real small area. Okay. Right. So has anybody just thought about how the hell I'm zooming in and out? Anybody?
The wheel?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'm using the scroll wheel on my mouse to zoom in and out.
Will work.
So some of the times what I'll do is, since I'm working with my mouse, I have my hand already on my mouse. I'm going to hold down the right mouse button and I'm going to spin my ball, and then I'm going to zoom in. I want to hit T because I want to. I'm echoing. I got an echo from somewhere.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. But let's say I want to put like a little, and I mean very little, what's known as a water closet. Okay, a little toilet closet, so to speak. So you'll notice I'm working in tight quarters here, and I still need to see where my walls are. So I'm not going to do all walls down, right? I'm doing partial walls down. But I want to see where this little water closet is. Now, well, damn, I put the wrong size. I used the wrong size. I let it go too quick. Do I have to undo that, or can I just resize it?
I resized it.
Yep, we're going to resize it. The way I'm going to resize it is I'm going to click, and you're going to notice all of these damn moving arrows here. But it's going to be in some cases, it's going to be very hard to figure out which damn one you want. So I'm going to go into downward view. I know that I'm working on this little guy right here. I'm going to grab this with my left mouse button. I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to drag and drop it out to there. and there you go, I resized it. Now, of course, folks, I can do that by not going in downward view. But until you get experienced and until you get comfortable working with walls and what have you, until you get a little comfortable working with floor plans and what goes where and who goes where when, you want to take it slow and you just want to do what needs to be done. Now, let's say I decide that I want to move one of these rooms, because sometimes you may want to adjust a room before you may want to adjust it on the floor before you put it up as a second story, or before you attach it, pardon me, to another room. The way I move it is I click on it, and I go up here and I click on my 4 arrows that says move, and now I can move that room. I want to move that room over here and connect it to these two guys. I can do it like this, and I can drop it, and it moves it and connects it. Well, it almost connected to those guys, didn't it? I'm going to click this, I'm going to move it again, and there we go. So, as you can tell, as you can surmise by what you see here, there's not a whole lot you can't do with rooms and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to show you a couple of more things here. You have your basic floor shape, right?
Do you?
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah. Do you? Who do
Do
you? Who dat?
really do.
Who dat?
It's Sarah Banana.
That's our banana. She's a little late, but that's all right. Better late than never, huh?
Yeah, sorry, I had an appointment.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Um, so we got this really whacked out, jacked up looking floor plan here. But we don't care because I lost where the hell I was at. Oh, there it is. All right. We don't care because we're just jacking around. So up on my control dashboard here in the center, let's say just for just for shits and giggles, I wanted to get rid of these two walls here because maybe I want to make this a pass-through entryway here. I'm going to go up here and I'm either going to hit K on my keyboard.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Which I'd normally do, right? If I'm zipping along and moving around like a banshee, I'm going to hit K on my keyboard, going to give me my sledgehammer. I'm going to click and go boom. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to highlight on this other wall. And the way you highlight it is just hover over it. With the sledgehammer, you go click and go boom. Bye-bye wall. So if I want to get rid of the sledgehammer now, I can either hit escape, or I can hit K again, you know. You really want to become accustomed to your keystrokes because, you know, I can click on that one, I can hit the delete key, and it's gone. But what the hell if I accidentally click on that and I accidentally hit delete? Oh my god, the whole damn thing went away. I didn't mean to do that. Undo. Gotta love undo. Right. So, what do I do if I want an upstairs?
Go up.
Go up, he says. Go up, young man. I'm going to hit the up, page up. I'm going to hit the page up on my keyboard. Or I'm going to bring my mouse all the way the hell over here and I'm going to click on go up to the next floor. So here, I can start working on my second story. Now, a question. What if I want a raised deck off of the upstairs? I mean, upstairs porches are cool. But what if I wanted a raised deck? Let's see. I'll go down and I'm going to grab my flat square. And I'm going to bring my flat square up here, like this. And notice, notice where the green lines are, right? Now, if I bring it out too far, it goes on the ground. I don't want the damn thing on the ground. I want it in the air. But you also notice that it won't let me place that on the outer edge of the wall.
You gotta put columns.
Well, yeah, you can. Or having a bit of pre-thought, you can put an edge on one of your other walls out here and just make kind of a invisible column outside. Or we can, you know, like the man says, we can click on columns. We can come down here and drag a couple of columns over there and really make it look kind of cool.
Okay, that looks cool.
Yeah. And so let's say I want to change the color of those columns, right? I'm going to hit my R key and it's going to give me, when I click on the object, I can change the different colors.
Oh,
Shit,
RT.
I gotta get out of voice chat, but I'll be in the stream.
All right, sweetie. So most things you can either change the color while you're picking it or you can change the color after you place it. We're not going to get into that. That comes later. We're still playing with walls and what have you. So I put my deck. There's no walls on my deck, which is good because in a minute I'm going to put a fence up here. Now the reason I'm not going to jack with a fence right now is trying to put a fence up here right now. I really don't know where the fence is going to go. And there's a number of places where it either won't snap, or if it will snap, it snaps in the wrong place. So I really don't want to put a fence right now. Now you're going to notice, and this will really piss you off in some areas and it'll drive you crazy in others. Notice that if I move forward with my view, my camera goes down a little bit, and if I move back with my view, my camera comes up a little bit, and if I move further back with my view, the damn thing goes down again. That is a characteristic of the game, ladies and gentlemen, or folks, excuse me. It will drive you batshit crazy until you get used to it. So where am I? I'm in the upstairs. I'm going to build me a couple of little walls here. Now, I actually want this to be a relatively small deck. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using my single wall. Okay. I'm using my wall tool B or my B button on my keyboard because I want to do this a small section at a time because I'm a bit of a spastic simmer. I have something special planned for here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put a wee little square here. And I'm going to come off here and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to box this in. Right? See that? So now I got a deck. Does anybody know how many stories above ground, not below ground, but above ground, you can go with Sims?
2.
No, sir. Well, let's see. I'm just going to stick that there. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to page up. I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to copy. I'm going to page up. And that's it. I can go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go 4 stories high. And yes, that is 4 stories high, including a roof. I remember which damn one it is. Here we go. That is 4 stories, including a roof. So, now, one of the things that I find odd with Sims, and it'll do this to you on occasion, is when you're building one of these oddball, weird-ass rooms, it doesn't always want to put a ceiling in that room. It's weird, it's jacked up, it's crazy, but it's one of the things that happens periodically in Sims. And when that happens, you grab your flat square, okay, what I call the deck. You grab that, and essentially what we're going to do is I'm simply going to size this out so that it matches what I want. But damn, that doesn't look right, does it? And if I try to size it back, that looks alright, but yet it really doesn't because it doesn't match where I wanted it to match. So what I have to do is I've got that, but now I'm going to put just another size deck. See, that gave me what I wanted. So you have to kind of jack with the game to deck in where you want. Here it goes again. Okay. And we're a little bit past time. but I wanted to be sure you guys had a very good understanding of how to build rooms, right? How to build a deck. I mean, let's say I wanted a deck up here. And you'll notice, yep, that came out looking just right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on copy, and I'm going to place it right here. Click on that. I'll click on a copy, and I'm going to place it right here. So that gives me my columns going up to my deck, and I kind of have this open space down here to do with whatever the hell you want to, right? But some would say, you know, Don, that looks a little weird. Well, yes, it does, because I have a plan. I have a plan that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are going to have to wait till tomorrow to see.
Aww.
Yeah, because we got a little bit of Sims news we got to cover.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Same sim time, same sim channel.
Same sim time, same sim channel. And don't nobody go nowhere because we're not done yet. So I'm going to click my little Marcus there. I'm going to click on the exit and I'm going to click a save. And it's going to bring you guys on your end back to a black screen. Ooh. It takes it a moment to close. And I'm going to wait for Sims to close in the stream. And we're going to go back to chat. Yep, there we go. And we've already let go, so we're going to kill the timer. All right, that got rid of that. There we go. So let's talk about the news. Let's go back over to, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because you guys can go to our, Discord and catch these links, or hell, you can just type them in if you like. We're going to refresh our Sims VIP page, and we're going to see if we have anything new. Oh. Well, Sims VIP didn't come up with anything new. That sucks. Let's go to Sims EA page and refresh. No, nothing there either. How about Twitter? I bet you 10 to 1 these guys twitted before they did anything else. Twitted? Is that even a word? Twitted, tweeted, twerted, twerked, twatted. Oops, that was the wrong word. Sorry. Not. Adult channel. Yeah, kind of, sort of, somewhat. What the hell? Okay.
What did it say?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It didn't update there. Hang in there a second. I need to look at something here real quick because
Supposed to date.
I looked at the date and I refreshed the page. And where is? Hang on. Looking at the date. Give me just a second.
Yeah, the last one I heard was March 23rd.
Yeah. Okay. Where the hell did I see that? Get back 2 days. You guys hang with me. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You're fine.
Ah,
This is how
here
it
it
feels
is.
to build
Here it is.
websites the old-fashioned.
All right. All right. So there is a lady guru over on YouTube, and yes, I'm going to share her page with you guys because I'm also going to link it in our stream. The lady is called Sims4. Okay. And she's an absolute hoot. But she's one of the major game changers for, and I just put her link in the stream channel. But her header says, and this was posted just not long ago at all, like within the hour. But her header says, "Werewolves Pack New Hint Sims4 News 2021." So I don't want to screw with copyright, but I will kind of give Aaron a little bit of a plug here. And we're going to go to left-hand screen. I mean, hey, I'm all for giving credit where credit's due, man. But in her video, yeah, you can go to the link, and about 41 seconds into her video, Sim Guru Ninja, that's the reason we didn't see it. Sim Guru Ninja posted full moon this morning as the sun comes up. It was so bright. Again, once we're done with our stream, which will be here in about 5 minutes or so, head on over to Simmer Aaron's YouTube and take a look at that. Take a look at that news post there. And like I say, I am always for giving credit where credit's due. You know? Ah, well, all right. I think we had a pretty good broadcast. I think everything went okay.
Indeedio.
So you guys seriously remember to use our Discord channel, because anything that I find that's newsworthy, anything that my admins find that's newsworthy, I or they can put it in the news channel if we find some good mods. All right. If you want a link to the adult mods page, you want to put it under extras under NSF. Okay,
Yeah.
on the Discord page. That way, people who join our Discord, they have to acknowledge that age-wise they're adults now. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, but there you go. Boy, am I showing my age. Holy shit. Anyway, anybody got any questions? I mean, hell, I think it was a really good broadcast. Right.
No questions for me.
No questions. I don't see anything in chat, but then again.
Nope. Good.
All right,
I
you
like
guys
the
now, huh?
You did good on the building, and it helped me a lot.
Well, no problem. I mean, that's why we're here, right? You know, helping the folk come out that are wanting to build. Tomorrow we'll get really into it. We'll use elevation. Once we understand elevation, we can put siding around our house. We can in Sims now, believe it or not, in Sims you can use elevation with siding, right? Like the old houses built in the 1920s. They were all elevated off the ground with siding that came down.
Yep.
In Sims and in real life, you can also put a basement off of one of those and just put stairs down to it. But if we have time tomorrow, we'll be taking a look at that. So
Okay.
tomorrow we're going to go into deeper building, deeper ABCs of buildings, tips and tricks and things that I've learned over the years. And yeah, we're gonna just kind of have fun with it. And I definitely want to thank you guys for being here. And the Spastic Simmer will be checking out. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.